Good morning. It's a good thing I don't make these updates about my health, or else fucking every day would be a fucking really sad video. That besides the point. I was talking with my neighbor Greg, who's actually starting to become a real good friend to me, and we were bullshitting last night and talking about like the world and politics and where I live, it's middle of nowhere. The people out here really don't give a fuck about politics. They're just living their life. And he brought up everybody wanting a civil war, and he fucking laid it out real easy. It's going to be Americans versus Americans. There's no winners. Everybody's a loser. People are going to die. And from his perspective, it's all because you either cheer for Team Red or Team Blue. And me, I just said, well, my perspective is more of a moral perspective, but I really got to think on that to be able to have a better argument other than it's just a moral perspective. So, I told him, yeah, I couldn't argue with anything he said. I was like, I mean, fair enough. Right? I mean, everything you said is like spot on, but to me, it's more of a moral issue. And I slept on it. And I guess the moral issue is one that I have, my own morals. Because let's face it, if the shit hits the fan, the first place is to fall. Like, no matter what, if the shit hits the fan, if the economy collapses, if we go to war, if fucking there's a zombie outbreak, if there's a civil war, no matter what, if the shit hits the fan, the first places to collapse will be the major cities. And those are the places that the resources will be used up real fast. And there's not enough resources in the cities for everybody that lives in the city. So people are going to spread out from the cities into areas they probably shouldn't, looking to feed themselves and their families. And the moral question that I've had is, does a starving person deserve to die for trying to feed themselves and their family? No, I don't think so. But if you try to take the food from me and make me starve, you're going to die. I will end you. And any self-respecting person who has themselves and a family to take care of will protect their food and their family over you. I mean, you're not going to be able to show up at my door with a gun and say, give me all your food, and when I shoot you, go, oh, so you fucking value your food more than human life? Yes, in this case, yes. You can't have that attitude in that situation. You can't go stealing food from people when the shit's hit the fan and not expect them to defend their food violently and even deadly. So, and that's where the morals come in with me. I don't think anybody deserves to die for starving, but if you show up at my front door trying to take from me to preserve for yourself, I'm going to drop you where you stand. Because I got to protect my food for the people I care about and take care of things that I want to take care of. Meaning, you live in a city, shit hit the fan, your city's collapsed. Tough shit. You better fucking start living off of deer and fucking raccoons and anything that you can catch in the wild. You better learn to fish. You got the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the fucking Monongahela right there in Pittsburgh. There ain't no reason for you to leave the city. You better start fishing. You better learn to fucking... You ain't going to be fucking spreading out from the city into these rural areas, taking food. That's not going to happen. People are going to die. And the people that end you because you made a stupid choice and you didn't prepare for shit hitting in the fan and you only exacerbated the issue of creating shit hitting the fan. You're going to force people to have to live with the memory of ending somebody because they had to protect what was theirs. And I can think that's the moral issue I have at this. If there's a civil war, yeah, Americans are going to die. But which Americans and how are they going to die? That's the issue. And it's not going to be, uh, you know, two fucking uniformed militaries fucking meeting each other on the field like it was in the 1860s. It's going to be people protecting themselves and what they have from people that don't have anything. It's going to be the haves versus the have-nots. And the haves are going to win. I mean, if you can call it a win. Because they're going to have to live with the fucking horrible things that they had to do to protect what they have. Because the have-nots, they don't have any respect for them in the first place. And they definitely won't have any respect for them when they have what they need to survive. Morally, it's not a place you want to go. But if on Facebook and on the internet, you want to feel tough and strong and we need a civil war, it's the only way it's going to fix it. It's not going to fix anything. It's going to make everything worse. But if it gets down to that, you need to think about what side you're on. And it's not the good side, the bad side, not team blue, team red. It's, do you have enough food to last or not? And if you're living in a big city, you don't. The moment the shit hits the fan, your closest grocery store will be looted clean. Day one. Your local grocery store will be looted clean. That's day one. By the end of the week, people will be starving. You will see 500-pound people actually starving because they haven't eaten in a week. All they've been able to do is drink water. I mean, they'll still survive. They're just going to start losing weight. Right? Like, you're going to see, like, people will look like they've melted within a month. And they'll have to spread out. They'll have to go to the farmlands to try and find food and fresh water because it's not going to happen in the city. Every possible outcome, every possible scenario that even the military and the government have run through. Big cities always fucking bite the bitch first because it's the highest population and almost everything in a city needs to be transported to it. They don't produce their own food. They don't produce their own meat. Because there's no fucking land in a city to have a fucking farm or a ranch. You have to fucking go out into the rural areas. And the people that own farms and ranches have big dogs and big guns to protect it for their business. But when it becomes for their food and to maintain their life and the life of their loved ones, that's even fucking more of a reason to shoot first and ask questions later in that situation. Scary thought. I mean, even I've said, fuck it, because I get tired of listening to people's bullshit. Man, I hope the Civil War comes. Think about it. If I think about it instead of just going, based off of my fucking emotion and initial reaction, not a good thing for anybody involved. Sure, the Democratic Party needs a fucking reboot. A big one, because they've fallen through the floor morally. They are a rake. It might as well be the party of the women of the night. They have no morals whatsoever. They have no religious doctrine. They have nothing of any type of value other than my stuff. That's their platform. I want my stuff. They're petulant children, and they need a huge reboot, but oh God, I wish I felt better. They don't. I can't go on. I feel like shit. So I'll just say this. Good luck There's a reason that the First Amendment exists. That's supposed to solve our problems as Americans. We're turning our back on the First Amendment. And, like Dave Chappelle said, the Second Amendment is there in case the First Amendment fails. And the First Amendment is failing.